Good morning, everyone. It's Black Friday. This is probably the first Black Friday I didn't go into the office in, gosh, 10, 12 years, something like that. I was always the one who volunteered to go in for some reason. Plus, you know, when I was a manager, I felt the responsibility. Well, now I'm not doing that. So I'm here at home, day off. Did my duty and cleaned up the kitchen and everything last night. So Michelle gave me carte blanche to come out and do whatever I want to do today. So what I'm going to do is I need to wash the GD350. I washed it once. It's not looking so good for the skin, the Emo Skin cream combo for me. The car's contaminant crazy. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's the carnauba or what, but the contaminants, like I'm probably gonna have to clay or at least auto scrub the car because there's so many embedded contaminants right on the top layer of the protection. So I'm gonna wash it again today and see if maybe that was just an anomaly or what. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm definitely gonna have to put another coat of something on it, whether I'm gonna do Colonite or cream or whatever. I don't want to abandon the process yet. It's only been a few weeks, but I'm gonna take you through washing the car like I normally do and yap about something. But I got all these different bottles, all these different sprayers. So I want to put some chemicals in these and play with them. So I'm going to fill up one of each and then I'll just label it. Maybe I shouldn't do this for people, but I just sort of the whole point of this channel and me sharing on camera is to talk about what I'm up to in the garage. And sometimes what I'm up to is testing stuff out, trying stuff. And so I talk about, well, I'm looking for a best bottle combination, something that I like, and then maybe I'll sell them at some point. But this doesn't happen overnight. And so a lot of the stuff I've shared over the years or over the last 6 or 8 or 12 months, however long I've been doing this channel, a lot of it has been this is what I do, but I didn't get a chance to share because I wasn't videoing myself, share the process of figuring things out along the way. So I found myself, I share, what I'm doing in the garage, and then people want me to like come up with a solution like that second. So it doesn't work that way. At least I don't work that way. And so I'm gonna do my normal thing and take my time figuring out which one of these sprayers, and a bunch of you guys have made suggestions. I just don't like the way these look, but my guess is that this this gray one that everybody's so fond of from Tolson is the best option. It just feels kind of cheap in comparison to the old Griot's version, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll play with it. The spray pattern on this isn't great. It tends to wear out quickly, but I'm guessing the spray pattern on this is a lot better, and that's why many of you guys like it so much. So let's put some chemicals in these bottles. So this one, let's put 1Z Einzet. Let's do 1Z ColorTech, and they spell it funny. We'll see how long that stays on the bottle. Let's see if I can do this without making a massive mess. Just a medium mess. We'll see if, this is probably the harshest chemical that I have or use outside of maybe, let's see, what would be harsher? Maybe the iron out solution. So let's do this sprayer on here. So there's some 1Z. I'm excited I get that. Now it's not 1Z anymore, it's NextZet. I don't know if the solution's the same, but so this was Shine Supply Wise Guy with that sprayer on it. Let's see, what else do I use often? Let's put the Adams tire and rubber cleaner on this one. I'm gonna put it on the stuff that I use a lot. I don't have a gallon of this. I need one. Citrusy smell to that. So let's put the black one on here. And so after I figure out the bottle, then I'll figure out label. So let's put hydrate in this bottle. Almost seems like blasphemy. It's not going to fill up very much. I asked for some more bottles for Christmas. This was ammo hydrate. Oh, detail spray would be a good one. I do use this occasionally. So let's do another one of these gray ones. Actually, you know what? I'm not even messing with that. I have a gallon. I could have also written up here, but I kind of like it down here. These gallons are tough to pour out of without making a huge mess. Another one of these black ones. The black and blue ones are the same, but so there's some Hydro 2. Let's do some Adam's wheel cleaner in one. Shoot, I hate this. I've tried all those different spouts, they never work right. It saddens me to waste product. Anyway, that's enough bottles to test out, I guess. All right, so just washing the GT350, so let's get a little closer view for you guys. The old lugs rain down water on me. So here's the new sprayer. So maybe we should talk a little bit about, protection. I know you guys are probably getting tired of seeing me clean the wheels, but I figure this is the first wash since the full detail. Take you through a routine wash. Can't fit behind the darn calipers. So as I was saying, when we're talking about protection versus beading, and I keep seeing all these posts about coatings and stuff, and I use a coating on Michelle's Tahoe. I'll put a coating on the Raptor, but there's protection versus beading, and which is better. I mean, it just makes sense to me that just because you even with putting Hydro 2 on the wheels, there really isn't a whole lot of protection. It's just beading, just helping me get the dust off the wheels. And so wheels aren't a spot where you have to worry about water spots, but now let's try this one. Oh, I like that. I certainly use a lot less stuff. So, for me, beading is cool, but, when I see, like, for instance, when I hit the fender here, we get water that just runs off. We don't necessarily get, beads of water that sit on the paint. The beads aren't necessarily a good thing. Especially if the water doesn't pull off and come off the paint. In fact, I find that when my car beads, it's because there's dirt sitting on there, and then the water doesn't tend to collect. So I'm much more interested in the water getting off the paint, because then inevitably when you have these beads of water that sit there, then it ends up being like a darn magnifying glass of paint ruining water spotting. So that's the general procedure of quickly cleaning a wheel and tire that's already been cleaned and prepped. I'll come back to you when it's time to do the rest of the car. Because what happens when the force pulls you back, your foot naturally comes off the gas. You have to keep your foot to the floor.